Good morning, students. Chapter 8 Local Government is going on. Today we finish the chapter in topic 5. Already we have discussed the amendments of 73rd and 74th. Today we will discuss about the implementation of 73rd and 74th amendments. What are the importance? What are the benefits or implications of 73rd and 74th amendments to our country? All the states after these amendments have now passed a law to implement the provisions of these amendments. Not only one or few states. Now, after recognizing the local government in the constitution, after these amendments, all states now have passed the law, have passed the legislation to implement the provisions of 73rd and 74th amendments. Now all states are following these amendments and have changed their laws and they have transferred some subjects from 1994 to 2004, because it was passed in 1992, came into effect in 1993. Then from 1994 elections were take place for local government. 1994 to 2004, during these 10 years, mostly states have 2 rounds of elections. हर स्टेट्स के अंदर एटलीस्ट कम से कम 2 राउंड या 2 बार इलेक्शंस हो चुके हैं, बिकॉज देयर इन इंडिया द लोकल गवर्नमेंट इलेक्शन टर्म इज 5 years, so 1995 to 1999, 1999 to 2004, 2 rounds of elections had done in all the states. But in few states like Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and few other states also, except these 2 states, few states are also there 3 rounds of elections had done, because they already had started the elections before the 1994 or before these amendments. So now elections are regularly held in all the states of our country. This is the implication of the amendments of 73rd and 74th, that we are having after every regular interval elections take place in all the states for the local governments. Today, what is the status of local government? We will see that in India more than 500 Jilla Panchayats are there at district level, and at the block Panchayat more than 6,000 Jilla Panchayats, block Panchayat, or it is also known as Taluka Panchayats in our country. More than 2,50,000, 2.5 lakh Gram Panchayats are there in India. In rural local government, already we have discussed that in rural local government there are 3-tier structure: lowest level Gram Panchayat, intermediate level block Panchayat, and the apex level, topmost level is Jilla Panchayat at the district level. It is also known as Jilla Parishad. So the number of elected members have increased in our country. It is also an implication of the 73rd and 74th amendments. As we have seen about the rural areas, now we will discuss about the urban local governments. In the city corporations, they are also known as municipal corporations. In big cities in India, about 100 city corporations are there. Municipalities in smaller towns, about 1400 municipalities are there in our country. More than 2000 Nagar Panchayat is also municipal council. More than 2000 Nagar Panchayats are there in our country. So we can say that there about so many institutions in the rural areas as well in the urban areas. So total elected member to these bodies are about 32 lakh. Earlier, elected representation for Lok Sabha and state legislatures 45 seats in Lok Sabha and other seats in state legislatures like in Haryana 90 seats, in UP more than 400 seats. So total and when we will add all the MLAs in throughout the country and the MPs of Lok Sabha, then elected representatives are about 5,000 earlier. But after the local governments, for the city corporations, to town municipalities, for Nagar Panchayat, Gram Panchayat, Block Panchayat and the Jila Parishad, for all these institutions, for all these bodies, members are elected. So about there are 32 lakh members are appointed in our country for the local government institutions. And out of total 32 lakh members, at least 10 lakhs members are women. So this is one more implication that, first of all, elected representation has increased in our country 5,000 to 32 lakh. And women's also getting more representation in local government bodies because 1/3 seats are reserved. So it is the implication of the local government bodies in our country. These amendments have created uniformity in the structure of local government across the country. One more implication. The structure, 3-tier structure is there. It is not following only in Haryana. This structure is following in all the states. So nowadays in our country, in all the states, there is a uniform structure of the local government. Earlier it varied from one state to another state, but now uniform structure is following. The presence of these institutions would create an atmosphere and platform for people participation. Earlier we elect only 5,000 members, but now we are electing the more than 32 lakh members. So we are more participating in the electing our representative. So it create an atmosphere. It provide a platform for the people participate. Now people are more participating in the democratic procedures. One more thing, implication of the local government is the presence of women. The presence of women has increased. Now in Jila Panchayat, more than 200 women adhyaks are there. In the block panchayats, in all over the country, more than 200 presidents or more than 200 adhyaks are women. At the village level in Gram Panchayat, more than 80,000. There are about 2.5 lakh Gram Panchayat. Out of 2.5 lakh, at least more than 80,000 Sarpanch are women. In the city corporations, there are about 100 city corporations in the country. Out of 100 city corporations, about 30 corporations are there where the mayors, women are elected as the mayor. In the municipalities, out of total municipalities, 500 seats are there where the adhyaks or municipal chairperson are women are elected. Out of total Nagar Panchayat, 650 Nagar Panchayat are there where women become the adhyaks. So we can say that the representation of women has increased, share of women in the politics has increased because of local government. One more, now reservation. Now all the social group different communities are also representing our governments at local level. But how many seat will be reserved? For women's 130 seat are reserved, but for the SCs, how many seat will be reserved? It will depend their population. If any area more population is there of SC and ST, then more seat will be reserved for them. If the population is less, then less seat will be reserved for them. And few seat also reserved for OBCs. It depends on the state government. Of the total population of the country, 16.2% population is belong to S scheduled caste, and 8.2 population depend to the belongs to the scheduled tribes population. So, according to the on the basis of the proportion of their population, their seats are reserved in the elections. About 6.6 lakh elected members in the urban rural local bodies from belong to SC and ST caste. Out of total 32 lakhs, 10 lakhs are women, and about 6.6 lakh members in both bodies, urban and rural areas, belong to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. That's all for today.